Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB and today is the 7th of July 2022. The market looks pretty much the same since the last 24 hours. Today is the last working day of the week for Crypto and Coffee at 8 because we have a Crypto and Coffee at 8 podcast only Monday to Thursdays. On Fridays, we have Metaverse Everything podcast. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about Binance, which has had the most fantastic year in 2022. And as a way to reward its users, they have decided zero fee trading for Bitcoin, 13 stablecoins, and fiat pairs. Definitely a great move, especially during the Bidenflation era. In today's episode, we would also be discussing the crypto market as usual, and there is a really interesting blog by James Butterfield, who is the head of research for CoinShares. What he has done in his article, he has compared the current cryptocurrency bear market to the 2008 credit crisis. A lot of good information in that article. At the same time, there's also some crazy and positive data that reflects the nature of not your keys, not your coin, despite being crypto market being down, and why that is a good thing. And surprisingly, that has happened in a bear market. So what has happened is that there's data which suggests that hardware wallets have seen a drastic increase. So in today's episode, we are going to be exploring that. Regarding UAE, I have two news. The first news is about Aurus acquires crypto trading license and establishes its headquarters in Dubai. And the second news is Gulf Excellence without an E announces the most exciting and largest crypto fest in 2022 in Dubai. Now the first news in the website of Aurus, it actually says decentralized ecosystem, decentralized blockchain quite often. But when I try to do the research, the project does looks like a centralized association, and clearly they have a head office to start off with. They have a CEO, they have a board of directors. Personally, I am not into trading of gold, silver and platinum, so I may not be able to understand the benefits it has when the entire operations switches from current existing systems to blockchain technology. So this is definitely a centralized blockchain, and I'm not sure if it is a good thing in terms of, let's say, time, cost and quality, but we will definitely be talking about that. And the second news is about Gulf Excellence. They are located in India, and guys, lately what I'm noticing, a lot of people from India are organizing their events in Dubai, which is great, but it is not Indians. What I'm trying to say is that the companies from India are organizing the events in India. Now, I was born and brought up in Mumbai. I know for a fact in Mumbai, the entertainment tax used to be 100%, and this is going back to early 90s and early 2000s, and that's one of the reasons why we never had any famous international performers in Mumbai. Imagine paying 100% tax. Is that the reason why a lot of the Indian companies lately in the last 3 months or so are having a lot of blockchain and a lot of metaverse events in Dubai? I really am not sure. Is taxation the reason why we are seeing them having events in Dubai? It is a great thing for Dubai, but I'm not sure if it is a great thing for India. So we're going to be talking about the event by Excellence, which is happening in the month of October in this month. So welcome everyone, it's 8 and you're in Dubai. You're listening to Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, and lately Metaverse as well. How the series of episodes under Crypto and Coffee at 8 works is, we usually cover some top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, and occasionally short and sweet news as well. The other two news and information is related to Dubai, UAE, and Middle East in the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. This is followed by Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions from the cryptocurrency world. And every Fridays, that is tomorrow, 8 a.m. Gulf Standard Time, I have an episode called as Metaverse Everything, where we solely focus on Metaverse. So please check out those episodes also. The format for Metaverse Everything podcast is completely different, and what I tend to do is I also publish a weekly report via my LinkedIn profiles. So please follow me on my LinkedIn, and my LinkedIn profile is in the show notes below. Alternatively, you can also go to the Medium page and type in blockchain DXB. So let's kickstart today's episode. Today is the 7th of July 2022, and to be honest, the global crypto market is pretty much the same. It is at $914 billion. Now, since the last 24 hours, it is marginally up by 0.44%. The total crypto market volume on the last 24 hours is down to $60.10 billion. And since the last 24 hours, it has decreased by 3.61%. The volume in DeFi is also down, and it is currently at $5.36 billion. And DeFi accounts for 8.92% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. Another interesting thing and not surprising is the volume of stablecoins. The volume of stablecoins now is at $53.74 billion, and stablecoins account for 89.42% of the total crypto market 24-hour volume. The king of all kings, that is Bitcoin, is currently at $20,291. Since the last 24 hours, it is marginally down by 0.66%. Now, since the last 7 days, it is up by 0.68%. Ethereum is up by $6, and it is currently at $1,151, 0.49%. And since the last 7 days, it is also up by 3.78%. Binance Coin, which is probably having the best year in 2022, the price is $237. It is up by 2.43%, and since the last 7 days, it is up by 7.85%. So the entire cryptocurrency market is definitely not looking good, particularly if you look at the 24-hour volume. It is down to $60.10 billion. The volume of stable coins is $53.74 billion. And again, guys, Tether USDT, out of that $53.74 billion, accounts for $42.50 billion. That's roughly around 78 to 80%. So what is going on? Isn't Bitcoin supposed to be a safe haven during economic collapse and Bidenflation? But looks like stable coins are offering the safe haven. What is really worrisome is the volume of stablecoin. The volume of stablecoin is really low. And in all honesty, having Tether USDT, which accounts for 80 to 85% of the entire volume of stablecoins, is actually scary and actually dangerous. And something which I've been covering since the last week is if Tether USDT does tend to falter, and if it does actually go belly up, it would have a massive impact in the cryptocurrency space, probably 10 times much worse than the Terra Luna's collapse. The year 2022 is all about central bank digital currencies, Binance, and Metaverse. Now, with reference to central bank digital currencies, on the 8th of July, we have a session called Central Bank Digital Currencies, where we explore the basics, threats to freedom, and central bank digital currencies' role in the metaverse. It is a completely free event, so go to eventbrite.com and search for Blockchain DXB. Alternatively, you can drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. I'll go ahead and send you that link. The session would last for an hour and 30 minutes. I might most probably talk for maybe an hour and 10 minutes. In the last 20 minutes or so, I might try to have some question and answer session. Binance is definitely having the best year in 2022. They have announced zero-fee trading for Bitcoin globally. Last week, we talked about how Binance had announced zero-fee Bitcoin trading only for US, but this time, they have made the decision to have zero-fee Bitcoin trading globally, and Binance has also removed fees from 13 stablecoins and fiat pairs. So the zero-fee trading will take effect July 8th, and it coincides with Binance's 5-year anniversary this month. So it will remain in place until further notice. So in case if you want to find out the official blog, go to Binance's website. They also have a lot of giveaways. If you guys use CoinMarketCap, which is also owned by Binance, they tend to have a lot of giveaways as well. And to be honest, they look extremely cheesy. And if you look at it from the outset, it does look a bit scammy. But the CoinMarketCap's giveaway are 100% legitimate. So 2022 is definitely, if not the best year for Binance. They have also signed Cristiano Ronaldo, who's one of the greatest of all time, football players, and TikTok legend Kaby Lame. So Binance is having the best year in 2022. Another thing which is having a good year in 2022 is Metaverse. A lot of events, especially in Dubai, is taking place around Metaverse. And we have a podcast which we have every Friday called as Metaverse Everything. I would really recommend you guys to go ahead and listen to it. It's roughly around 20 to 40 minutes long. Or you can also go to my website, that is blockchaindxb.com, and go through the Metaverse section. It has got loads of information. I'm going to ask you guys one question regarding Metaverse. What countries are excited about Metaverse and eager to learn more about Metaverse? Is it the developing nations, underdeveloped nations, or developing nations? The answer, depending on where you live, may not be surprising. Developed nations, unfortunately, do not care about Metaverse. Underdeveloped nations and developing nations are very keen on getting in with the new technology. Let's look at the article by James Butterfield. James Butterfield is the head of research at CoinShares. He has posted an excellent and informative blog via Medium, and the article states that there is more pain to come in the crypto market. He's made a comparison to the 2008 credit crisis, so definitely a long read but very informative. He also talks about how the volume in DeFi has gone down from $250 billion to less than $74 billion just this year alone, $71 billion as per the article. And when I looked at it today, it was $74 billion. One thing which I've been covering every day on my podcast is looking at the 24-hour volume. And I've been telling you guys, especially since the last quarter of 2021, the volume of DeFi has been growing down. In the first, second, and third quarter of 2021, the 24-hour volume of DeFi used to hover around $15 billion to $16 billion, in certain cases over $20 billion within 24 hours, but lately it's gone down to single digits, and especially since the last month or so, it's gone down to less than $5 billion. The article that James Butterfield has published has some really critical information, and he also talks about how very few exchanges have seen volume growth recently. Of the top 12, only FTX, Kraken, and Binance have rising Bitcoin spot volumes. A must-read information. It has critical information on Bitcoin mining also, and how miners have allegedly not paid their electricity bill, and some miners are selling their holdings. The whole notion of miners holding on to Bitcoin is definitely not turning out to be true, and this is purely because of the Terra Luna collapse. Looks like bearish times are definitely ahead of us, but could it last only for a few months? And hopefully by the last quarter of this year, could things get better? Let's see how this thing plays out. Cointelegraph, on the other hand, has published a different view. This has to do with miners. What they posted a few hours ago, that Bitcoin mining stocks have rebounded sharply despite a 70% drop in Bitcoin miners' revenue, and Bitcoin miners' revenue down from 70% from the peak. And the article is in my LinkedIn profile. Mind you, this is talking about the mining stocks and not necessarily the miners' rewards and incentives. So the mining companies may have issued stocks, and these stocks and the investors in these stocks might be getting a return. So these investors may be getting a high profit. Could be possible if this thing continues in the couple of months or so, the returns might be less. A really crazy matrix, but a good one for cryptocurrency, is the increase in the number of hardware wallets. And this is surprising considering the fact that it is happening in a bearish market. While the cryptocurrency market reminiscens the 2008 credit crisis, crypto hardware wallet sales have increased as centralized exchanges are currently scrambling. So this whole narrative of not your keys, not your coin is finally turning into fruition. So what has happened is the CEO of crypto firm Ledger, that is Pascal Gauthier, has told Cointelegraph that the company's revenue dropped about 90% during the 2018 crypto winter. But this hasn't been the case this year. This year, the volume in hardware sales have increased. And this could be possible because Celsius had stopped withdrawal. And a few days ago, we talked about Vault, a cryptocurrency exchange in Singapore and India. They had also stopped withdrawal. So this whole narrative of not your keys, not your coin is something what individuals are realizing, and they are purchasing hardware wallets, which in the long run and at a macro level is brilliant. A strange news regarding Ethereum mining, as we know that Ethereum is currently still in Ethereum proof of work mining. Now, while Ethereum is on the verge of ending proof of work mining, Bitmain, one of the leading producers of mining equipments and semiconductors, have launched Antminer E9 for a price of $4.17 per megahash. So if you go through the official Twitter account, they have given the link. I really am not sure if this is the right time to get and launch this product, because Ethereum, once it transitions to Ethereum Consensus Layer, there will be no proof of mining. In the time being, they're trying to sell this product. So if I'm an investor, I would definitely not be willing to buy this. Instead, why not rent it? So I'm not sure why they have decided to launch this product now. I think it's a terrible idea to buy these equipments now. Instead, you should rent it. Even when you're renting it, maybe you should rent it only for a specified duration. Because once the next stage of Ethereum, that is the merge, kicks in, there will be no proof of mining. So essentially, the machine will be completely useless. Those were the news from the cryptocurrency world. Let's look at news from UAE. The first news is Aurus acquires crypto trading license and establishes headquarters in Dubai. So we're going to be exploring what Aurus is. The website is aurus.io. That is A for Alpha, U for Umbrella, R for Roger, U for Umbrella, S for Sugar, .io. What is Aurus? They're opening the precious metals market to all and bringing precious metals to the digital asset space. They were founded in 2018 on the belief of opening the precious metal markets to all, with the conviction that in order to achieve the vision, everyone needs to collaborate with traditional market participants and not compete. So the idea is great. And what they want to do is they want to empower people with the tools and technology to make precious metals accessible assets worldwide. Aurus is leveraging blockchain technology to help precious metals businesses democratize these assets via the digital economy while earning passive rewards in the crypto and DeFi space. So what is it that Aurus actually do? They provide the software, network, and crypto infrastructure for global precious metals businesses to merge with the future of finance. They are doing that in the form of DeFi and Web3 applications. Now, given the high-tech products, a huge addressable market, and passive rewards, this does make a lot of sense. They strive to collaborate with traditional precious metals businesses to grow and promote the entire market as a whole. And what they want to essentially do is work together, and they want to build a decentralized ecosystem that anyone can join and benefit from. The whole idea is essentially broken down, that is tokenize, access, and set standards. What they want to do is they want to tokenize gold, silver, and platinum bullion seamlessly and cost effectively. Regarding access, they want to have access to new distribution channels and earn a passive stream of rewards. And setting standards, they want to set standards for tokenizing and distributing assets in a sustainable and optimal way. So the massive news is that Aurus acquires crypto trading license and establishes headquarters in Dubai. And the Aurus, the decentralized precious metals tokenization platform, launches its headquarters in Dubai via DMCC's Crypto Center. Dubai Multi-Commodity Center is something that we covered in yesterday's podcast, how they have reached a new milestone and how 2022, the first half in particular, has been the best year for DMCC. Aurus introduced new board of directors and acquires a cryptocurrency trading license. Aurus's open-ended blockchain ecosystem enables the tokenization of gold, silver, and platinum in a decentralized and sustainable manner on the blockchain. It also has tokenization solutions in cross-chain. Precious metal tokens are minted on the Ethereum network and are compatible with Polygon sidechain, the most trusted and efficient network for scaling Ethereum transactions. Now, I've got this news via Zavia, which is one of the leading publications. Aurus is the decentralized blockchain infrastructure empowering gold, silver, and platinum pegged digital assets, creating a more inclusive and efficient precious metals market. As per the website, it says that the Aurus ecosystem is a highly scalable, autonomous network of precious metals businesses that independently mint and distribute gold, silver, and platinum backed by tokens globally. Aurus tokens are highly liquid, transferable, and are easy to store, making precious metals ownership extremely accessible and convenient. Now, based on all of this thing, it does look like an extremely centralized blockchain. It looks more like an association where people from the industry could meet and do transactions using blockchain technology. Clearly, they have a head office and a board of directors. I am not sure if using blockchain technology is beneficial in terms of, let's say, time, cost, or quality, because once I know how the existing system works, that is, the current centralized system works, I would then be able to compare it with blockchain technology and I'll try to see if there are actual benefits. But at this point of time, it does look like a very centralized blockchain. So I'm not sure why on the website they have talked about decentralization, they have talked about open decentralization, where clearly it's more of a consortium. Let's move on to next news, and this is about Gulf Excellence having a Crypto Fest 2022 later in the month, around in October. Gulf Excellence is a trusted name in organizing and delivering state-of-the-art business conferences. They are located in Bengaluru, Karnataka. And this is what I've been saying, guys. A lot of the firms from India are recently having a lot of events in Dubai. This is particularly seen a high tick in volume, especially in the last 3 months or so. I really am not sure what the taxation rules are. In Dubai, there is no tax, and that could be the reason why they're having the events in Dubai. Now, Gulf Excellence also has ICS Cyber Security Series in Oman, Jordan, and Bahrain. So the announcement is Gulf Excellence announces the most exciting and largest Crypto Fest 2022 in Dubai, and it takes place 19th to the 20th of October. So the website where you can find out more information is cryptofestdubai.com, and CryptoFest 2022 is a preeminent festival of blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, the Metaverse, Web 3.0, DeFi, mining, digital asset trading, and gamify projects. Organize brings together world-class speakers, inventive projects, and enlightening sessions in a thought-provoking environment with incomparable liberty for sponsors and attendees to connect with investors, businesses, presenters, and potential partners to dash off the most profitable deals. I did look at the speakers, and Tim Draper is one of the speakers. So definitely great if you want to go out and build your network, so you can network with insightful leaders and cutting-edge exhibitors, meet crypto pathfinders, accomplished individuals, blockchain experts, maybe even blockchain podcasters like me, DeFi and NFT masterminds together in the rare opportunity offered by this event. I have a mixed reaction to this because the speakers are not quite well known from the cryptocurrency space. They're well known speakers from different industry. They have 2 days of event. On day 1, they have the welcome session, they have the opening ceremony and the closing remarks, and they have 2 sessions. Session 1 talks about crypto ecosystem tokenization, exchanges, crypto assets, blockchain platforms, regulations, investments, DeFi. And the second session talks about Metaverse NFTs, gamify, avatars, identity, Metaverse gateways, meta infrastructure, play to earn, play to collect, and quite a lot more. On day 2, they have blockchain ecosystem payments, financial services, mining, media communities, utility tokens, blockchain marketing. Later on, they have Web 3.0, evolution of Web 3, wallets, browsers, aggregators, layer 2 projects, storage providers. Now clearly, if I were to pay money for it, I would only attend day 1. Day 2, something which I'll be keen on attending to. So that's all for today, guys, from the Crypto and Coffee Update from Blockchain DXB. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, please drop me an email to info@blockchaindxb.com. You can also check out my website, that is www.blockchaindxb.com. You can also check out my other website, that is area2071.com, that talks everything about Metaverse. If you like listening to this, please follow this podcast, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. Now, for the next 30 minutes is going to be an Ask Me Anything series where you listeners can ask any questions about Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. Hey everyone, it's George from Blockchain DXB. You're listening to the Ask Me Anything series where you listeners can ask any questions about Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. Remember, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. we have Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. This is followed by 2 news and information related to Dubai, UAE, and Middle East in the world of Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. What you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where you listeners can ask any questions from the cryptocurrency world. I have a question by Kristen, who asks, where do you get your information from? Kristen, I've mentioned this in the past as well. The very first thing what I do is I look at CoinMarketCap. Now, in CoinMarketCap, the first thing I tend to look at is the price. I look at the market share and I look at the trading volume. So there are 3 things essentially what I tend to look at. The first one is CoinMarketCap. I look at the price of Bitcoin, Ethereum. Then I look at the market cap. And finally, I look at the 24-hour trading volume data in terms of what has gone up the most in the last 24 hours, what has gone down. After that, Christian, what I tend to do is I go to a website called coinspectator.com. Now, what coinspectator.com is essentially, it gives you an aggregation of the news headlines. So it just gives you a headlines and it is a black screen. Once you click on that, it takes you to another website. It is more of an aggregator of all the news. Based on that, I try to look at information. But very, very important thing, Christian, I do not take it at the face value. So let's say, for instance, and this is something which I've mentioned time and again in my podcast, that having a lot of information is not important. Getting information from the first source is. So let's say, for instance, I do read an article on CoinMarketCap which talks about the price of Bitcoin. I click on it. Once I click on it, let's say it takes me to a web page called as CoinDesk or Cointelegraph or Bitcoin.com. I do not take it as word. I do not take that as a legitimate source of information. In that article, let's say if the CEO has mentioned something about the price, then what I would do is I would look at the CEO's Twitter account or his personal blog or his particular website or company that he's associated with. If I find the information, it's only then that I believe in that news, and it's only then that I mention it in the podcast. In today's world, Christian, there's so much of information, and getting a lot of information is not important. Getting information from the first source is so critical. Another thing what I tend to do, Christian, is I'm quite active on Twitter. I look at information on Twitter by some of the top key people, some of the top podcasters, try to look at what they are saying, especially companies as well. If you look at today's news regarding Binance, the news that you see in the mainstream media is only that Binance is having zero fee trading for Bitcoin. But once you click on the article, let's say in Bitcoin.com, you will see the news that Binance has said zero fee trading on Bitcoin. They will always provide you with the official link. Once you click on the official link, it takes you to the blog of Binance. And if you read through the article, it actually even talks about, it also talks about the other 13 stablecoins and fiat pairs where they have zero free trading, which a lot of mainstream media is not covering. So that is what I do. So just a quick recap, Kristen, what I do is I look at CoinMarketCap, I look at the price, I look at market cap, and I look at the 24-hour trading volume. Then I click on the 24 hours button. It tells me the top performing assets and the lowest performing assets. I do the same thing when I do the Metaverse podcast, which is tomorrow. After that, I look at CoinMarketCap. CoinMarketCap is essentially an aggregator for all the news headlines from the cryptocurrency world. Once I click on that, it will take me to either a web page by CoinDesk, Cointelegraph, Bitcoin.com, or Decrypt. After that, I will look at information from first source. So let's say, if a chief technology officer has talked about an upgrade, I would look at the chief technology officer's Twitter account or the business that he is working with if they have officially released that. Because right now, Christian, there is a lot of fake news going on, and it is our job to get information from first source. So that's all for today, guys, from the Ask Me Anything series. In case if you guys have any feedback or suggestions, please drop me an email to info@blockchaindxp.com. You can also check out my website, that is www.blockchaindxp.com. You can also check out my other website, that is Area 2071, which talks everything about Metaverse. If you like listening to this, please follow this podcast, give it a 5-star rating, and share the word across. And remember, guys, Monday to Thursdays, 8 a.m. to 8:30 a.m., we have Crypto and Coffee at 8, where we cover top news and information pertaining to Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. And how the series of episodes under Crypto and Coffee at 8 works is, we usually cover top news and information pertaining to the price of cryptocurrencies, some major breaking news, occasionally short and sweet news as well, news that has an impact in the cryptocurrency world. The other two news and information is related to Dubai, UAE, and Middle East in the world of cryptocurrencies. What you're listening to right now is the Ask Me Anything series, where your listeners can ask any questions about Bitcoin, blockchain, beyond blockchain, cryptocurrencies, NFTs, DeFi, and Metaverse. And remember, tomorrow it is Metaverse Everything podcast. So thanks so much for listening, guys, and have a great day ahead. Bye-bye.